I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna kill me and they're gonna fucking throw me in the river. Okay, I'm back where it all started, in the closet. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. I don't really do this anymore. I don't really sit down with the camera and expose myself for all the past traumas, mistakes, things that probably just shouldn't make it onto the internet, and then they do. And then they just do, they just go on the internet. Honestly, if you're my family, just stop watching because this is really bad. This one is a story I just haven't told. Only a few of my friends know because it's just wild. I think I was 18 years old, and just like any young, dumb, impressionable teenager who just came out of the closet, they want to explore. They want to get their dick wet. You know, what is better than Grindr? For those of you who don't know, Grindr is an app where it's almost exclusively for gay men and people of the LGBT plus community, and they just go on this app and talk, send nudes, and then hook up. Like, it's really straight to the point. I never really understood how good men were until you know. Also, if you see random things moving behind me, those are my cats. I'm still living at home with my parents, and I download the app Grindr. This is obviously where it all goes wrong. I'm on the app, I'm just chilling in my bedroom, probably listening to Taylor Swift or something, and I realize that there's this pretty cute guy. He's like, I don't remember his name, honestly. Like, I'm messaging this guy and he sends me some pictures and he's like, hey, my name is blah blah blah. Let's just say his name is John. Let's say his name is John. John sends me a few pictures of himself, and he looks like he is in like his mid to early 20s, like a solid 24, and I'm 18. You know, that is a little bit, like, as an 18-year-old, that is kind of higher in age. You know, when you're 18, you're still really young. 24, you're like pretty experienced. But me being stupid, I was like, okay, whatever, I'll entertain it. He sends me a picture of himself in like a pharmacy uniform. Like if a CVS pharmacy had like a mirror like next to the fucking like Zoloft, Tylenol, and like abortion pills, like that's literally where he would be taking that selfie. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, so he's a pharmacist, cool. He's messaging me, he's like, yeah, like I honestly would love for you to come over, and I think that, you know, we should hang out, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, what would you want to do? He's like, you should he wanted me to fuck him. And I said, okay. The reason why I kind of went on Grindr in the first place is because growing up in New Hampshire, there's like negative gay people. I went to a really big high school. Still, there was really nobody out of the closet, at least. You know, there are people that hit me up now. That's a different story, but he really wanted me to come over, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, you know, this does kind of freak me out because it's my first experience like ever meeting somebody online, and I'm 18 years old. I've never done this before. I don't really know how this is gonna go, but I want to try. I want to just like meet people. Worst case scenario, we just meet and hang out, and that's it. I am the type of person who 100% will be like, sorry, I'm not feeling it. I was trying to be really smart about the situation, and I was like, okay, why don't we meet up somewhere in public, just so I can see that you're normal, see that you're a real person, and then we can drive to your house, because I don't want to just show up to your house, then I'm already in your doorway. And if you're like not who you say you are, if John, if you look different than the pictures you sent me and I'm already in your doorway, you could just kidnap me, and that's the end of the day. So that's the end of my life, actually. So I ended up meeting this man at a local pizza place. No, we didn't even go in to get pizza. We just met in the parking lot. So I get there first, I'm in the parking lot, I'm just like chilling, I'm like, okay, like waiting for him, like definitely nervous. And he's like, okay, I drive like a Corvette. I'm waiting for him to pull up, and I'm like, okay, like his car pulls up and I'm like, okay, period. Like, he's got that pharmacist money. Me and my, like, 2006, like, Toyota. Anyway, so he pulls up beside me, he rolls down his window. And when he rolled down his window, this is where things get a little sketchy, because this man had the same essence, the same build. Basically, he looked like every other white guy. So realistically, like, from a distance, like, yeah, they're the same person, but you could just tell these pictures were, like, either edited, either taken 15 years ago, or honestly taken off Google. Like, the man had the same essential features, but deep down in his core, I just didn't know if that was the same person. That was the first red flag I got. I was like, okay, I just don't know how I feel about this. It really triggered something in me. I, like, really trust my gut. I always usually trust that, and I'm always usually right. So immediately I got, like, a really bad feeling because the pictures were not really lining up. Then he says, hey, blah, 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 my name is John. I was like, oh, hi. Me, like a fucking idiot. And he's like, okay, do you want to, like, get in my car and then I can drive you to my house? And I was like, second red flag. It's really weird now because I don't want to get in your car so that way I have no mode of transportation back. I'm gonna have to rely on you to drive me to your house and then drive me back to this parking lot to get back into my car. Like, no, I will drive my car to your house so I can just, you know what I mean? Like, no. I was like, no, like, it's okay, like, I'll just follow you. Like, if you want to go, like, I'll just park in your driveway. And he's like, oh, okay, like, I guess you can follow me. I'm like, yeah, I guess I can. I start following him, and his house was like 5-minute drive away, I'd say. It was like 5 minutes. While I was following him, those two red flags seriously were like manifesting in my soul and spirit, and I was driving for about like 2 minutes, and I was like, should I turn around? Should I turn around? I really was like stuck in a pickle because I just wasn't getting good feeling, but I'm like, no, I'm just nervous. It's my first time doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then we take a turn onto a street. This is where it literally gets really bad. This is where I actually almost died. I'm driving, I'm following him down this road. It gets to a really twisty, turny road, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there are some houses, but it's not like a main road. It's like definitely the back road. And I'm like, ooh, sketchy. All of a sudden, so I'm following him, right? It's him, me. All of a sudden, there's a fucking car that pops up out of nowhere behind me, and they're riding my ass. They are like so close to my car. There are two bright ass headlights right behind my car. And I'm like, okay, that's really weird because where did this car come from? I was so fucking like scared because my first thought is, oh my god, they sandwiched me. The road is really not big enough for like two passing cars. It's like a pretty small road. And then literally 30 seconds later, I see a sign that says Merrimack River. Merrimack River, and that's like one of the biggest rivers that is located around me. And I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna kill me and they're gonna fucking throw me in the river. They're gonna kill me and throw me in the river. I'm literally thinking they are going to kill me. They're going to unalive me, unalived, and in the river. And that is gonna be the headline on CNN News. Unalived, in the river, stupid YouTuber. Then all of a sudden, I see this weird shack house vibe. Like, it wasn't like a shack, it was a house, but it was also very dark. Had like this big like dirt parking lot, and this was like a 15-second decision because I saw this coming up on my left-hand side, and I was like, okay, do I pull into this house? Do I pull into this house? I'm gonna pull into this house.
Run.
Yes, Gaga, you look so...
All of a sudden, when I get to this driveway, I didn't have my blinker on or anything. I just fucking jerked the wheel to the left. So this car behind me wouldn't know that I was turning, because if I had turned with my blinker and like all like slowed down and ready, he would have fucking known and like followed me in. I didn't want him to follow me in. Fucking Fast and Furious style, Vin Diesel was like in the driver's seat. Bitch, I am Vin Diesel. I basically did one fucking donut in this driveway. Guess what? That car behind me didn't follow me.
Power bitch moves. Let's go.
You know why? Because he didn't see it coming. Never let them know your next step. And then I drive home. I drive home and I'm safe. I'm alive. I'm still here. However, he messages me. He said, "Oh, what happened?"
Bitch, is you blind?
I said, "Oh, what happened?" What happened? Oh, yeah. I literally was almost murdered. Bitch, what the fuck do I look like? I'm like, okay, you do not look the same as the picture. This car was literally following me, sandwiching me in, and I just didn't feel comfortable anymore. And he was like, "Oh no, I really wanted you to come over. You should still come over." Do you want me to still come over after this? Hell no. Hell to the no. And I actually think I have the screenshots somewhere. And he told me there's two ways to get to my house. There's the main way, and then there's the back roads. I wanted to take the back roads because I thought it would be less busy and maybe a little bit faster. But, oh yeah, that's kind of a good point. I can see how it freaked you out. John, you've lost me, John. You have lost me. I'm not fucking you, John. If anybody is out there and they're like, "Oh, should I go on Grindr? Should I download it?" Just be careful, okay? In the grandest scheme of it all, that car behind me could have been just a normal car. That man could have been that man that he sent pictures. That he sent me those pictures. It could have been that man. Maybe he really was trying to be really nice and drive me to his house in his nice fucking Camaro. Maybe he really did live on a river. A major river. Where they find bodies all the time, honestly. Yeah, maybe all those things were just really like normal. Maybe I was just freaking out for no reason. But I didn't want to take my chances. I did not need to fucking have sex that bad. Comment down below like specific videos that you want to see from me. And I'll do it because yeah. Bye.